everybody, what's up? I want to tell you right now, I think there's going to be another video uploaded, and it's going to be on my other channel, Rodney Beteen. A lot of you got that, and if I remember, I'll put a link in below so you can go find it. And it's going to be a watch at your own risk video. A little bit on my wife, on how it's going on with her and that, and then I kind of get into some stuff, but hey, oh well. Learning that I can't keep it all bottled up, because anyway, it is cool enough. I'm going to be going out and working on that truck, finish prepping the frame and get that ready. But I can't bring you out this second because I just noticed I forgot to charge this camera, and I don't have my other old camera out here with the spare battery, so I'm going to put you guys on the charger. I'm going to go out and start cleaning up that frame, last bit of it, and hopefully I don't set the yard on fire. It's awful dry here, so I guess while I'm charging, unless I come in and we go running out the door, then I'll bring you back and show you what I've done. So, but like I said, if you guys watch that other video, watch it at your own risk. It's nothing really bad. It's just, well, it's not bad. It's just I had to let some stuff out. So, but anyway, see you in a few. Okay, you guys are all charged up. We got a lot of battery now, and hard drives. No, just got a little bit on it for today, and there's those locusts. Aiming for September freeze around here. That's not good. Anyway, I'm going to do a little explaining on this. Quick. I've had a couple people say, well, why didn't you just, just cut the pipe off, stick another one in it, and then brace it that way. I'm like, you know, I had thought about doing that, but then I quickly decided against that, and here's my reasoning why. And some of you are probably out there going, yeah, this is, why didn't you just do it this way? Well, the reason I didn't do it by cutting it off on the inside of the frame, oh geez, glasses are dirty again. Cutting it off on the inside of the frame like that is this frame flexes, and it's also supporting the gas tank and a shock. So, hey, there we go. I want it to be as strong as repair as I can. And since this is factory stuff, the chances of finding a tube to fit that are slim to none, so you would have had to have somebody machine you an insert to drive in from the outside to go past where you cut it, so it would support it. But still, then if that weld ever broke, it'd be sitting there still weak. It's not a good repair. This here, I've learned, if anybody else attempts this, what you need to do is go to your salvage yard and take that one that you bring home from the salvage yard apart as careful as you can, like I did. I'm like, how am I going to locate points in that? That's when I came up with leaving the driver's side attached and taking the passenger side off, because the driver's side had the gas tank mount and there was more metal in the way. Passenger side, I already fitted it. I almost had a heart attack, but it fit. I'll show you. And I was able to get it in there. Well, I couldn't get it all the way in because I had to clean off the bottom side of the frame, which I have done now. I've got one little hole to repair. Actually, when I weld it, I should be able to weld that shut when I go right by, because it was right there at the weld where the plate was welded. So that way, when you put the driver's side on first and get that wedged into place and all clamped down, whatever you do on the passenger side is automatically going to be set back to factory specs. Boy, I really these guys that are selling these 99s and 2000s and that pickups that look good, oh, the frame's cracked. After messing with this, you know how easy of a repair that is. But granted, everybody doesn't have welding capabilities or whatever. I'd just love to buy a few of those trucks and I'd fix them up, turn around, and sell them. And I'm even kicking around finding another one of these trucks, because after seeing how this frame's put together and how much I have taken apart, I could almost stretch me a truck. Yeah, stretch me a truck. Make a bed on it. I could sell my car trailer. Yeah. See where I'm going? Might be a future project if everything works out. So, that's why I was hell-bent to put as much of this in without the least amount of cuts. And it's time consuming taking the donor piece apart, because you got to use a cutoff wheel and grinder to clean it up. This is a job that is not for the faint of heart. I mean, you really got to be committed. Finally had to pull the back tires off so I could clean the frame. But yeah, what we're going for is the most support and rigidity that we can put back in this truck, so it's just like factory was. And I feel we're gonna get that. So with that, let's show you what we got done here. Alright, while I had this out, I took and ground that down where the gas tank sits. This is where the gas tank hugs that. Cleaned off the surface rust, sprayed it with a good coat of paint. We've and these nicks in the frame, those will be welded in as I weld, so that's nothing. And then down here, let's see, yep, you can see the shiny metal where I've cleaned that. There's that hole I gotta repair right there. So just but then the other thing is, you gotta remember, is you don't forget this passenger side piece, otherwise you're going to be in big trouble. And the same over here, we clean that. A little more complicated with the brake cables over here. Those really should be replaced, but you got to find a point to call it quit on some of this stuff. I mean, yeah, some of you have made, well, you're doing more work than what the truck's worth. Well, actually, it looks scaly yet, but after I power washed this thing and cleaned it up, my neighbor goes, boy, this really don't look as bad as what it did. A lot of that was dirt crust. So, anyway, let's see. Well, let's see where we can get you set up, because I am ready to fit this thing to kind of stay. Oops. Somebody found my... Okay, that should get us right there. So, like I said, I already test fitted the passenger side, and let's see, yep, it's got to go on like that. See, I got a nice fit there. Got to make sure that piece is in. Otherwise, you get that in, you weld this one in, you're going to be going, oh, crud. That's putting it lightly. So, okay. And then I gotta fix that, but I'll fix that on the truck. And there we go. Okay. Oh, that's looking good. Now where'd I go? Here it is. Good. And just like that, it's touching everywhere else it was. Now, Now you guys can see me here, so. And where I can't get to after this piece is in, I went ahead and painted it. Okay, we are back to where I cut on the welds. Reach there. All right. Let's see. And there you go. That's not a bad gap to fill. Actually, I might just lift it a little, tack it, and then we can weld all the way around that. We got the same stick out we had before. All our spots are lining up, and going to need some clamps, possibly. Oops. I mean, there is a little bit of gap, but I'm going to have to like weld here, then I can beat that so it quits bouncing, or clamp it, and I could center that hole just a little bit better than what I got it. Actually, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But yeah, I can, but it's touching down there at the frame, and I noticed with the frame too, there was some rust jacking going on, but I can't get in there to roll that edge back. Some of the frame is supposed to be up and down like this. The rust jacking pushed it over, rolled it towards the inside of the frame, and I didn't want to start bending around and tweaking on the frame. So yeah, once we get that welded, it's going to be hard to tell that was ever replaced, other than the fact that it's going to be all black paint, and then I got that to repair there too. So yeah. And then we finally can start moving on to what we was hired to do, and then found other stuff. So, but anyway, yeah. I don't know if I'll weld it here in a little bit, or if it'll be welded later this evening when it seems like the wind's been dying down an awful lot at night. And that's what I'll need to do this right, is a lot less wind. So, alright, I hope I explained it good enough, showed it, and now we just got to glue it into place, and then we will be moving on. So, alrighty. Okay, well, not working out for me tonight. As you guys know, if you watching this, you're going to know at this point I just finished up a live stream. Thank you for everybody that joined me on that. That was a really good one. Thank you. Thought I was going to calm down, but the more the sun goes down, the more the wind's coming up. And like I said, since I can't get this inside to do the welding, I need as much or as little wind as possible so I know I can get good welds on this. So, but anyway, I guess I'm going to wrap her up, go home, get these videos done. Well, heck, if you've already seen this, you already know I did the video, so I guess I just got a few more things to put away, and we can bug out of here and go work on the video. So, y'all take care. Thanks again. Today's live feed really helped me out. You guys don't know, you'll never know how much you helped me out by having a good live feed today. So, with that, like I said, I got check down below in the description. I may have added some channels and that, so you can go check them out and then check my other channel out. And we'll go from there. You just got to keep plugging away because things will get better. Talk to y'all later. Have a good one.